My favorite habit is to connect big ideas with other books because I believe that knowledge is not collection of information. Knowledge is connection of information. So nowadays, you can customize your personal career. Careers are not found on Naukri.com. Okay. See how now this author who has written a book called How to Fail at Almost Everything and Still Win Big. I repeat, How to Fail at Almost Everything and Still Win Big, written by Scott Adams. What he says in this book is one way to become successful, to educate yourself, is to be the best, number one in an existing category. Say, for example, Virat Kohli is the best in an existing traditional category called cricket, yeah, or Sachin. But this is tough. This is difficult. You have to be number one in the world. You have to be better than everybody in the world, or at least in the country. So it's really, really tough job. But there is another way, very innovative way, uh, advocated by Scott Adams in his book, that we all have some multiple passions. We are a little better in two or three skills than most of our friends, but you are not an expert in that field, in that skill. For example, this author had a very good sense of humor, but he was not a great comedian like Kapil Sharma or Jim Carrey. But he used to crack jokes nicely. एक दोस्तों में ऐसा होता है ना, एक लड़का जो हमेशा आपको हंसाता है. He was one of them. Yeah? So very good sense of humor or comedy sense. Second skill was he used to paint well. He was a good painter, but not an international scale painter like Pablo Picasso or M.F. Hussein. But his drawing was little better than most of his friends. Okay. Third skill. Third skill, he had that business acumen because he came from a business background. But he was not a business tycoon like Ambani and Tata. Now see, three unrelated random skills. First, a sense of humor, comedy. Second, painting. Third, business knowledge. Comedy, painting, business. And suddenly, Scott Adams is the world famous business cartoonist. You know that एक कॉलम आता है बिजनेस के पेपर में, एक छोटा सा एक ड्राइंग रहता है फनी और एक वन लाइन जोक रहता है उसमें पॉलिटिशियंस पे. आर के लक्ष्मण इंडिया में करता है. सो दैट आइडिया वाज इन्वेंटेड बाय स्कॉट एडम्स. नाउ सी हाउ ही नाइसली कंबाइंड दिस अनरिलेटेड स्किल्स to create his personal category. Now, it's a new category in itself. It's a full-time career for others, but he invented it. Got it? So you can tap into multiple passions and customize your career and enjoy all your multiple passions. I would recommend you to read this book called How to Win at Almost Everything and Still Win Big, and a similar book called The Da Vinci Curse. Not Da Vinci Code, it's the Da Vinci curse. So Da Vinci had multiple passions, and how people think it's a curse, but actually it's a blessing. Da Vinci curse. And then I realized that's what I did in my life. See, I have multiple passions. See, I love reading. You all know I love reading. I'm a crazy book lover. Then I realized I have a hidden teacher within me. See, the fact that I'm talking to you, I'm explaining this stuff from these books, but I wanted to be a different kind of teacher. I'm not teaching those debits and credits to CA students, but I'm teaching Monkus Oldest Ferrari and books like Instead of Education. Yeah, so that is also kind of teaching, right? So reading, teaching, technology. I love. I have a great fascination for technology. That's why Booklet app बनाया, right? नहीं तो मैं किताबों का दुकान में खोल के बैठ सकता था, लाइब्रेरी शुरू कर सकता था. मैंने ऐप क्यों बनाया? Because I like technology and I love to travel. Public speaking is another skill. To see how I tapped into all my multiple passions. Reading is being taken care of. My teaching skill is being taken care of. Technology, या ऐप बनाया, उसमें मुझे मजा आ रहा है, एंड आई एम ट्रैवलिंग अक्रॉस द वर्ल्ड, पीपल इनवाइट मी द वे यू हैव इनवाइटेड मी हियर, पीपल इनवाइट मी फिजिकली, एंड आई इंस्पायर द कम्युनिटी क्राउड टू इट रीडिंग हैबिट, राइट ना। अभी चौथा अगर पैशन नहीं रहता सपोज पब्लिक स्पीकिंग, तो मैं यहीं पे रुक जाता ना, मैं आज का ये टॉक नहीं होता। सी दिस टॉक इज टेक्निकली नॉट पार्ट ऑफ माई करियर। मैं ऐप बना के वहां पे रुक जा सकता, रुकता सा। एम आई राइट? आर यू गेटिंग माई पॉइंट? मैं ऑडियो रिकॉर्डिंग करके वो ऐप बना के, लाइक ओलाज एंड स्विगीज एंड उबर्स, आई वुड हैव कॉल्ड एज अ ऐप डेवलपर, but I had one more multiple passion, and so I combined all these passions, and suddenly Booklet guy was born.